The main focus for today's call with Q&A is to spend addressing certain questions and answers that have kind of been unknown at this time. And basically, we're going to go over all those different questions. Now, right now, I want everybody, if you have questions and comments or anything, write them down so you don't forget about them, so we can go over them. This meeting is going to be as long as it takes to address the questions and comments that the crowd has. So we're going to be addressing all that today. Sorry, Kleenex moment. So we're going to spend some time going over that. So the first and foremost, before I get this meeting going, and if you have questions, you're more than welcome to raise your hand right now, because I will start addressing them. So you're more than welcome to raise them, and we're going to get to you. First and foremost, when I go about these meetings, I'm going to first start here on the customer service thing. This was something we talked about last week. Sometimes I touch upon things that we've gone over. I think it's very important. It also brings other people up to speed, so sometimes it might seem a little bit redundant. So I do apologize. Also, when we're doing these meetings are strictly about how the system works, how to do specific things, and how to, sell the product or overcome objections. I go basically off of questions and information that the group feeds to me, and we kind of go back and forth. There are going to be times where I don't have those answers for you. I will mark them down and get them addressed for sure. Last week, we had a bunch of people who had some questions that were separate from a group training. I addressed all of them a little bit one-on-one, so I'll do the same thing here as we go. Now, the first place I want to bring you to, and I'm going to talk about this quite a bit, more and more that we kind of get more and more people on these calls, is the customer service help desk. Question answers a lot of your questions pretty quickly. And you can go through here from find out the pay schedule, the commission schedule, to canceling packages, things of that nature. Basically, when we first created the ticket system, instead of just answering questions, we also placed them here in the knowledge base. The knowledge base allowed us to basically be able to answer these questions. So if somebody has it again, they could come back, type in the question, and find things that are relevant. So for example, I'll just show you a quick example here. I'll just cancel and add. Okay, cancel and add package or term. It's that easy. How to cancel. A lot of people create tickets or might not even know that this is there. This is there to help address things, so you don't have to wait for somebody to respond, even though they're pretty quick. So you don't have to create a ticket. You can address it right here. Again, when we get this information, we put it there. So the one thing I want everybody to be very familiar with is this URL, the localadlink.cust, C-U-S-T, help.com. Excuse me for a minute. I'm about to sneeze. Sorry. That took a little bit, but I was sneezing uncontrollably. I apologize for this. I really do. I'm just going to keep going on. So a lot of these answers are here. When they're addressed and answered to others, we put them in here. So make sure you write down this. The local ad link, and you type it exactly the way I say it. Even though you might see HTTP, you don't have to type any of that. Simply type localadlink.cust, C-U-S-T, help, HELP.com. Okay. Then when you get here, and as we talked about last week, logging into this. Okay. One of the biggest misconceptions is, I'm going to go ahead and cancel that, is, well, I'm logging in and my password's not working. That's because everybody thinks that their previous system that they had was their password. You have to create a new account for that. And you would do that simply by clicking on create new account. It's mandatory. There's two different systems, so it is doing two different things. Okay? So that's what I wanted to address first and foremost with everybody. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up to the group and start answering some other questions. So with that said, Christine Christine J.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, Christine here. Hi, thanks. My question is about helping customers set up an ad remotely. Or do you have any suggestions, recommendations, advice on that? Say, sometimes it could be further away at a shop when we're visiting. We might pique interest, but then we are following up later when they decide to say buy the ad or look into it more. So in terms of helping them with that remotely, is there any software or
Yeah,
ways of?
actually, and this might, because I know, again, I'm repeating myself. I know there's a lot of new people coming. When I sold this product, I did it pretty much over the phone. I started going door to door. So I'm very familiar with showing the product the same way I'm showing everybody here on this training. So I would recommend, first and foremost, go to meeting or go to webinar. That allows you to show the screen kind of like I'm doing right now. So if I wanted to bring you over here and say, here's our directory, and when you click on the directory, popping this open. Once you clicked on the directory, inside the directory, this is how you can set up ads, and so you could show it to them. Then you can say you'd be found here on Google and Yahoo. So the same way I'm walking through it right now, I do it. Pretty much all my sales have been over the phone or over the computer. Now, if you don't want to spend money, now there's a couple different tricks that you can do, but if you don't want to spend the $50 or $100 a month that it is for it, there's also something called Makogo. Hopefully I'll be able to spell it right. And what Makogo is it is free online meeting conference. It's something that I've used in the past, but it's a great idea. See, how it works is, it works just like how I'm sharing my screen right now with everybody, except it doesn't give you no audio. So you have to get on the phone with the person. So they're on their phone, you're on your phone or your cell phone or your home phone or office phone, and they're watching your screen. So it doesn't matter where they are in the country. By using these two different products, you have the ability to be able to share your screen, and this one's a free one. So if somebody was interested, that's what you'd want to do, Christine. Did I answer your question?
Yes, it did. Yeah, I'll have to look at it. Yeah, thanks.
Great,
So
thank you.
I guess you can also show them, I guess you can walk them through the setting up the ad and everything through this, right?
Oh, yeah, correct. You can basically do pretty much everything with them. And with setting up the ad, you're going to really use a program like this quite a bit if you're going to help them, guide them through. Because what it does is it actually allows them to see, and you can follow them and hold their hand. And again, when you're in sales and you sell somebody a product, it's always better, obviously, to be able to be able to show them how it works so they get a better idea of it. And if they don't understand it, then they could basically say it's not working. And I've seen this a lot of times where I personally sold an ad to somebody. They don't get it set up for like 3 weeks. So they got renewal coming. They haven't set the ad up, so the first thing they want to do is just cancel. I just don't have time. Hold on. Whoa, I can help you. Let me show you how to go through this. But it happens quite a bit with a lot of these people, businesses, because they get overwhelmed, and then instead of worrying about it or focusing about it, they might want to cancel because it's the easier way than having to deal with it at that present moment. That's one of the things I've learned quite a bit. But yes, you could show them just like I've showed you here.
Okay, and then while showing them, if questions come up that we can't answer, can we also contact help at the local ad link?
Yep. Yeah, you sure can. You can not only do you have the ticket system, but there's a phone number to reach them. It's the helpline. That's 702. You guys might want to write this down. 702-951-3228. I was told that might change soon, but it should be suffice for now. Now, one thing I want to bring up also, Christine, is as you guys can see on my screen here, I have the ad builder form up. Okay, This is another service.